want anybody else, I'ma do it on my own, yeah. Cause when I try to ask it, everybody laugh, had me feeling all alone, yeah. Truly now I'm grateful, cause all of the hate fueled me into my zone. Now I never stop, I'm coming for the top, bitch, I just said it though, yeah. I'm just being fierce and being feared. Cut right through your flesh, the truth appears. Drown them in the blood, I fled the pier. Must apply the pressure to my peers, yeah. Suddenly they love me, I'm a fear, yeah. You can suck my front and kiss my rear, yeah. She got all the wool up in the ears. Damn, it's not a her that won't believe. Howl at the moonlight. The beast comes, you soon die. I've been killed after death, now I'm back for the end. My revenge is this true night. The down for count it out. Block and find a counter out. Scared, baby, don't look. Cause here comes the long war.
Fuck, that's hard, man. Alright guys, so killer workout done and dusted. I wanted to get deep with you guys tonight. I wanted to come outside and have a chat about something which has been on my mind a lot lately. And what I want to talk about tonight is your state and these prolonged periods of state which we can find ourselves in. Sometimes, man, like for weeks, for months, before you even realize it. And it's the state of taking tolerances and kind of having this default state. And there's so many times in your life, man, where you can just fall into these states, and you have big hopes, big dreams, you make a bit of change, and then all of a sudden it's been 2 weeks or a month or something, and you've lost everything. You're back to your old habits. You tried to make change, you're back on this bad path, or things just seem like they're not working out for you, and you just kind of accept in your head that this is just what it is now. Like, maybe I'm not meant for something better, maybe I'm not meant to fulfill my dreams, and you just kind of get this level of acceptance for your default tolerances. And for me, like before I got back in shape last year, I was in this so heavily. I was just in the state of just accepting, hey, maybe this is how things are now. Maybe this is what my life is, my glory days, my fitness stuff, it's behind me. That's not me anymore. This is just what life is now. That's not fucking true. I know I talked about in the last video, I talked about these kind of, distractions, what we mask ourselves in, and social media, instant gratification, food, this kind of stuff which can kind of mask your pain in a sense. And a lot of this default state which we can find ourselves in, a lot of the time it's quite often just masking pain, and you almost don't want to address things, so you cover it up with instant distractions and all this kind of stuff. But I can tell you, man, the biggest fucking change that's ever going to happen in your life comes from pain, man, and these pain points. But I'll tell you what's even more painful is when you can be in a state for so long and just be accepting that, hey, this is your life right now. And that's not the case, man. So I want to implore you, what's your pain? I know there's something that you're masking, and you're just saying, hey, this is my state. I'd rather be in this state of, hey, maybe things aren't that great, but I mean, they're not the worst. I tell you, man, that kind of state is the worst. It sometimes, man, like, people don't talk about this enough. Emotion, pain, that shit's beautiful, man. If you can find something, or if you've got something that triggers you in a way, or is just a massive pain point, you can use that. You can use that to make serious change in your life. That's what I did when I was out of shape. I just looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you know what, this isn't fucking good enough. And hey, maybe people in your life will say, nah, it's fine, you're all good the way you are, because that's what everyone wants to be. But truly, you know deep down, if there's shit that you're not living up to, you're always going to know that. There's no escaping that. You can mask it temporarily. Maybe you're going to be sifting around in an average state for, you know, weeks, months. Maybe some of you guys have been watching this, you've been in a sifting fucking state for the last 2 years of your life. Maybe, just maybe, you can try dig up some pain. What needs to change? Because the state isn't forever, and that's something that is just so important to understand. Because literally, when you're in a state, you just convince yourself that this is just the way things are, but it doesn't have to be that way. So I want to implore any of you guys watching this, what's a pain point? What's something you can bring up? What's something you can get angry about, get emotional about? People hide away, or they don't show, you know, on this, especially on social media and stuff. You never see someone's anger or them crying or shit like this, because no one wants to show that. They're ashamed of it. But, you know, man, we all have that, and no one talks about it, and it's fucking a bit sad. But when you can tap into that can be what sparks the change in your life. You can take, man, like, I know for me, man, I've been in spots in my life where things have just been shit and depressing, and it's just like, enough can only be enough for so long. So what can you dig up? What can you use as the spark to change? Stop masking that shit. Dig it up, feel it, immersify yourself in that, and use it as a catalyst for change. Just because your life's shit, it's no excuse for it to always be shit. You know, that's the beauty of like negativity and any kind of negative feedback in your life. You can use that as a direct tool to change your life for the better. Look at me, look what I did. Look at the fucking shape I'm in. I was in a state for years where I was just like, you know what, maybe this is just how it is for me now. Now this is my vitality. I can only imagine what would have happened if I kept in that state of saying, hey, this is my life now, and not making that change, not saying, you know what, this isn't fucking good enough because I know I can be better. And I hate to think, if I didn't do that, where my life would be, because I certainly wouldn't be having the fulfillment that I've got in my life now, the vitality that I draw from in terms of my health and fitness, the empowerment that I've got. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've still got so much shit which I've done things with my physique, my training, all that stuff. I've still got weaknesses and things, pain points, which I'm drawing on and trying to improve in other aspects of my life. But it's important to not shy away from that and mask it off, you know, because emotion, even though it might not be pretty, sometimes it takes tapping into that. And one big thing I want to say, and this is something that I always have had a lot of struggle with, and I look back on what I did last year, and the main thing was I had that negativity and saying, hey, I could be better, and I was a bit ashamed of myself, and I was a bit upset with myself. That was really negative, and I used that negative energy for the change. But once I started to make that change, I didn't cultivate that negative energy, and that's something that you need to be really careful about as well. I know this is something that I sometimes struggle with. I will find something negative in my life and I'll use that as a spark, but I can sometimes find myself getting more depressed because I'm just drawing and cultivating negative energy. Once you have that negative energy for change, that's all it is. That's the fucking spark. You know what the gas is? Hey, here we go, Tommy, I got a lighter, right? That's the spark. But what makes the flame? What's that, you know, the gas coming up into that flame? That's where you can use the positive energy, man. The negative is what makes that spark. What's gonna fuel that? That's the gas, that's the source energy. And if you've got negative source energy, that's only gonna keep you in a shitty state. Get positive, use positive energy to keep you flowing. So I just wanted to do this video and say, you know what? It's never too late to fucking save yourself. Your life can be so much better. Your current state, it doesn't need to stay that way. Don't be afraid to dig up some shit and feel emotional and have a fucking cry if you need to get fucking angry if you need to. Anything to spark that fucking change, and use the gas, man. Use that positive energy to keep that shit flowing. You know, we all have the power to be fucking great and unbelievable. Yet we can choose to mask it sometimes and just say, hey, this is easier to just default and stick with our defaults. And what can we just tolerate? What can't you fucking tolerate? How about you find that? Because I bet you've got something. And I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, a life of so much fulfillment lies on the other side of that. So I just wanted to talk. This stuff's been on my mind the last couple of weeks. I wanted to get it out and share it on my platform here with you guys, because this is the shit that I fucking love, and I know that you guys love it too. So I just want to say as well, thanks for the support on the last video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one as well, and I mean that. I don't do these videos for a fucking gimmick. I do this shit because it's real. It comes from me, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people these days, it's just trying to look perfect all the time and stuff, and man, I ain't fucking perfect, and sometimes I get angry, and sometimes I've used these emotions of depression or whatever I'm going through, man. You can use that shit to make the best changes in your damn life. And life ain't fucking easy. It ain't always fucking easy, and that's okay, because the journey of this shit, it's beautiful, man. It's what makes the success is so great. And I know you watching this, you have success awaiting you on the other side of some kind of pain, and you're probably masking some shit at the moment. Dig that up and make that change, because only you can save yourself, and that's a motherfucking fact. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did. I always appreciate the interaction, the feedback from you guys. Fucking love it. So hope you guys enjoyed the vid, and I'll see you on the next one.